Hi everybody.
Hi there.
Today is my favorite matinee and it is called Psychic Cinema. So, what Psychic Cinema is, we turn on the TV and whatever show or movie is playing, we're going to see if Vera can get some past life information on the main actor or actress that is starring in the movie.
Right.
Okay, so you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go.
So we have the movie called Spy.
Spy.
And it's with Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa.
Okay, and let me turn this down so we can talk. Okay. All right, so Melissa McCarthy. So what I pick up about Melissa is that she was in a past life where she was, I know it's going to be sounding cliche, but she was a princess. I don't know if it was really a princess like from a king and a queen, but it seemed like she was of some kind of royalty, maybe an earl or something like that, but someone with money. Her family had money. So she was very, very thin, and that was a no-no back then. Because,
really?
Well, back then is what I'm picking up. I've
heard that before.
Yeah, because you have to, if you were plump, you were wealthy. Because you had money to buy food, right?
I remember hearing that.
Yeah. So she was really thin, so they kept trying to force feed her and do all this kind of stuff.
Wow.
And she basically did what she was told. You know, she would try to gain weight, and she just, like people nowadays, had a high metabolism. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, she would gain, but then she would lose, and it was just an ongoing struggle and battle. And they were really ashamed of her. Really? So it's kind of like the reverse in this society, because
that is so interesting.
Yeah, because fat people are fat shamed or whatever they call it. But in this lifetime, she's turned it around because she doesn't like kowtow to peer pressure about being thin. I mean, she has a cousin that's gorgeous, that Jenny McCarthy, and they're always talking about her cousin. And, she's who she is, and she's made herself famous. She's a great...
She certainly has.
...comedian, so she's really utilized and learned from that past life and turned it around in this current lifetime. So that's something that people can do if, they're, how could you say it, having an issue with their weight. Either way, it could be that they can't gain weight, or that they're too thin, or they're too heavy, or whatever.
So prominent in our society,
yeah,
isn't it?
And just be who you are, and don't be pressured into fitting into a mold, that we're all put in.
And it's not healthy for that person.
Right, right. So, just do like what she's doing, and she's turned it into, she's making clothes for heavy-set people. And she's even now losing weight because she wants to be able to play with her kids, because her kids are young, so she's lost weight, and she's getting pressure there because they're telling her, if you lose weight, then you're not going to have the career that you're having.
Wow.
So she's like, I'm losing weight because I want to lose weight, because I want to feel healthier.
So she's still beating to her own drum.
Yes, basically.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's what you can do in your current lifetime, just not beat your own drum, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I wanted to mention that if I was going to hang a canvas in her home, it would definitely have to be the Vigilant Angel, because the Vigilant Angel would be to represent always being vigilant of, how we think about ourselves and our thoughts and the input that we're getting from others, and to always assert who we are and assert our truth. Like
that's the key, and finding your truth and being able to be who you are.
And it's tough.
It is, trust
really,
me. Oh my gosh.
Really hard.
Especially when all these years, what I was past life specialist. And then, you know, nobody knew I was psychic because I never told anyone, you know, because we weren't supposed to. But, and then having to, you know, people say, oh, you're not psychic, you were never psychic, you know, that kind of stuff. So you have to kind of just be who you are, and if people don't accept it, then there's people that will.
Yeah.
And just like with you at the office, you know, you could have been a secretary for
Ever. She's talking about Sylvia Brown's office, because we used to work for the psychic whose name was Sylvia Brown.
Yeah.
And I was always there, secretary, and then...
I mean, it was long hours. It was a lot of...
Weekends, nights, always, every day, every night, every week.
Yeah.
And Vera...
We lived there.
Yeah. Slept
really,
there.
Literally.
Yeah. And Vera encouraged me. You were the first person to encourage me.
Yeah, that was neat. I don't remember doing that, but
it pushed me out. Make it on my own. But
well, when I saw her art, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing here?
And that began our journey, and here we are to share this wonderful information with you all. So
exactly.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, you're
That's a
welcome.
great message for all of us to remember.
Just be yourself. You know, don't try to fit into somebody else's mold. And, you know, that's what a lot of people on Facebook are doing.
Yeah.
So
sometimes social media can be like that.
Exactly. Yeah, not just Facebook, social media. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for Psychic Cinema today.
We're going to watch the rest of the movie and eat popcorn.